In this video we're going to have a look at absence and exclusions. And currently absence and exclusions data is missing from the 2017 IDSR. If however it comes in this sort of format, which just gives total compared to the national average, then my advice to you would be to supplement this with the data from the ASP, because this contains group level data as well, which is partly what Ofsted is looking at. But let's see how it is interpreted on the front page. So it is under behaviour, absence and exclusions. So here are the strengths and weaknesses, the areas to investigate. Overall absence was in the best 10% for all schools. So we're talking around 2.93% absence figures needed there. Alternatively, it was in the worst 10%. So we're looking at about 5.2% absence or more, worse for there. Now, exclusions data in the ASP and the IDSR will always be for 2016-2017 because of the lag that it takes, the length of time that has elapsed before the figures are processed. So if you have got better data for absence or exclusions, then ensure you do this sort of analysis and show the inspector your updated figures when they come. So either you had no repeat or fixed term exclusions, or it was better, above, than a national average. Now the national average that Ofsted is using this year is not the national average. Instead, we've divided your school into 5 different quintiles of deprivation as measured by the IDACI. So you'll have schools in the 20% most deprived, and then the next 20%, next 20%, next 20%, and then the least 20%. And the national average that you are required to beat, or at least what you are being compared against, will be that average for that particular quintile. So if you are in the 20% most deprived of schools, then you will have a comparator against the most deprived schools. If you're in the best areas, if you're in the least 20% deprived schools, then your national average will be significantly lower. So for repeat fixed term exclusions, then you will have a national average of 0.18%, and for total fixed term exclusion 0.38%. Whereas if you're in the most 20% deprived schools, then you will have a national average that is around 2.5 times greater. If you have any permanent exclusions, these will also be listed on the first page. You will also see if there are in any particular groups all of pupils who have been excluded with fixed term exclusions coming from that particular group. So we're talking about girls, boys, free school meals, SEN and EAL. Alternatively, we're looking at those 5 different groups and seeing whether it was above the corresponding national. So in other words, if your girls, the rate of exclusions was 10 percentage points above the national girl average, for instance, then you will get this as a particular exclusion weakness. Additionally, was your persistent absence over 3 years above the national average for total fixed term exclusions or for repeat exclusions? So you'll notice on this there are very few strengths. So if you've got your own strengths that you wish to show the inspector, make sure that you have worked them out beforehand, and maybe annotate the first page of the IDSR with areas of strength that you wish to show the inspector. For instance, maybe your free school meal absence is significantly lower than the national free school meal absence. Then make sure you have that analysis in place for the Ofsted inspector. So here are some points to ponder regarding absence. Was absence above or below average for all pupils and for your disadvantaged pupils? And not just a 1 year account, have a look at the 3 year account and see how much was it diminishing. And did any particular groups have particularly high absence? Was the proportion of persistent absentees above or below average for all pupils and for disadvantaged pupils? And could high persistent absence for any particular group have an impact on progress? According to official DFE publications, here is one linking absence and attainment at Key Stage 2 between 2013 and 2014, and you see the URL at the top of the screen if you do want to read this report for yourself. And its main conclusion is that there is a statistically significant negative link to attainment. So what they have done is they have grouped together particular absences. So for instance, 0 sessions missed between 1 and 5 sessions, so 1 and 4 sessions, 5 and 9 and so forth. These are percentages rather than sessions missed. And you can see for Key Stage 2, in the old level 4, the expected standard, if you miss 0 sessions, then you have a 94% chance of reaching level 4. But for each 5% or up to 5% difference, then we're looking at about a 6-7%, maybe even an 8% difference in attainment. And the same is especially the case at level 5. So you notice 53% for those who didn't miss any, and then 40% for those who missed at least 1%, or fractionally above 0%. And you can see slightly further down that this correlation continues even if you break it down a bit further. These are the number of weeks missed. So if you need evidence as to the link between absence and attainment, then please have a look at this document. So these are some points to ponder on absence and exclusions. Thank you very much for watching this video. Why not like us and subscribe to this channel? And why not subscribe to our free premium mailing list, where you can get 10% off our best prices and advance notice on what's happening.